everybody, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do some seed starting. We have about a month and a half, 6 weeks till our last frost date. So I'm going to get some plants started this weekend. Just using your typical bought from the store seed starting kits. The thing is these have been used the past few years. One mistake I made last year was not sterilizing these things. I washed them, just water, clean them out, but as a result, I had to throw out all my okra that had started because it had some kind of, I don't know what it was, some kind of disease on it. So pretty sure that was as a result of using dirty containers. Not sure what got in them. It seemed to only affect those. So this year I am cleaning these. I'm using a mild bleach solution because bleach will kill just about anything. It's sodium. That's what the main ingredient is in there. Sodium hypochlorite. It's a form of sodium. So it is bad for anything organic. It's a very light dilution. It'll kill what's on these, but it's not going to harm me. It's not going to harm anything. It's not going to go into my garden or anything like that. Yeah, I will rinse these off, make sure there's no bleach or anything when I plant. So I'm just going to dip these in here using an old trash can that I've got. Dip those in there. This has a lower bleach mixture than what you'd find in pool water. So the fact that I'm not wearing gloves, if anybody's complaining, if you've ever been in a chlorinated pool, then you've been in way greater bleach than what I'm currently using. That's what chlorine is. It's slightly different than your standard household bleach, but this sodium hypochlorite is the main ingredient in both. So no one freak out over me not using gloves. Like I say, this is not a high concentration. I've already got the dirt in here. I've already added some water. Soak up in there. My setup here, I've got a light. I've only got one heating pad. I haven't got on to buy another one, so I'll use that on my more warm weather crops. I have a timer. This timer will let this light run for about 14 hours each day. Give them extra light, and I won't turn that on until they start sprouting. There's no reason to have it on before then. I've also got the window to provide extra light as well. It's actually a south-facing window, so that let a lot of light coming in. Especially right now with that tree right outside the windows, not got any leaves on it. So this will get plugged in, and it'll stay plugged in until they're all sprouted. This is pretty standard setup. These were all washed, as you saw earlier, and sterilized so that, again, I'm not spreading any disease to my plants this year. I've got a lot of things I want to start. I've got tomatoes, peppers, zucchinis, spinach, broccoli. I'll kind of glance through all those for you real quick. I'm not going to go through the whole planting process. I'm going to put a couple seeds, for the most part, in each one, just so that if one doesn't take, the other one hopefully will, and you don't have to waste a space and then have to replant if you want that. So I then planned out, made a little diagram of what I'm putting in each one. I didn't feel like making little tags for each one or anything like that. So I'm going to do that. Just wrote it all up. I'm going to follow this plan. I'm going to plant my seeds. Alright, so I'm going to get you a shot here of all the seeds that I'm starting here. We've got 8, possibly 9 varieties of tomatoes. If you see these little guys, these I believe are tomatoes. I may do another video on those, kind of do a little series on growing those. It was fun. It's fun growing these last year, and they ended up being zucchini. I did a video starting them, but I didn't do any follow-up videos. But they did end up being some kind of zucchini. I'm not sure what variety. We got our sweet peppers. We got some jalapeno and some serrano pepper. We got some okra, some squash, zucchini. I'm going to go ahead and try starting some broccoli, some cucumbers, spinach, onions. You can see I get most of my seeds from M.I. Gardener. If you're not familiar with them, look them up. It is M.I. Gardener Heirloom Seeds, migardener.com. He also has a YouTube channel, so check him out if for some reason you have not already found him. These came in a little pack of a bunch of seeds that I got for Christmas or something. And then I also have some Baker Creek seeds. Check them out. They are another company I really like. I actually got some free seeds from them. They usually send some free seeds out this year. Oh, no, I bought those. And 1 or 2 other seeds. And I ended up getting these to try this year. Some mustard giant red. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with mustard greens, so I don't know if I like them or not. But we're going to give them a try anyway. Okay, so that's some of the seeds we've grown. I have a lot of space. I'm not sure how I'm going to get my garden bed set up. I don't have a tiller or anything, so still trying to figure out how I'm going to do all that. But I'm excited because I've not been able to grow. I've not had a lot of sunlight. I had a lot of sun blocking all my areas. So I'm going to get these things started. We'll see some later videos on my gardens. I'll give you updates on this as they kind of progress, see them starting and everything. This is going to be a big experiment this year, kind of figure out how to do a lot of things. So I got to learn, I got to figure out new trellis for my tomatoes and cucumbers and everything. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. I greatly appreciate it. I'm trying to do things as cost effectively as possible. I don't have a lot of money to spend on everything. We just moved. We got a lot of projects around the house that need updated and fixed up, and just basic maintenance that need to be fixed. So my daughter's making fun of me right now for being too wordy. No. Just ignore that. I'm talking too much. She wants me to tell you we're getting chains. Anyway, that's for another video. Right now, I am going to work on getting these planted. I'm going to shoot some footage of us planting these. You're just going to see us sticking them in there. I'm not going to make that too long. And then I'll water the top of these. I'm just using the seed, using some Jiffy. You can get just about anywhere, or something like it, just a sterile seed starting mix. I'll add fertilizer, and after they're sprouted and start growing, I'll add something for the food nutrition, because right now as a seed, and when they sprout, they have what they need nutrient-wise in that seed to get them sprouted. So they don't necessarily need anything right now, and if you add a lot of organic stuff, then you have a higher risk of getting mold and everything in there. These will be in a sealed, somewhat semi-sealed little container. There's going to be a lot of moisture. It's going to be warm. So it's great for seeds, also great for mold and stuff. So we want to deter that as much as possible. set up and ready to go. We got the lids, the domes on there that'll help trap in that moisture, keep them nice and damp. The light will get turned on once the sprouts start coming up out of the soil. That should be probably in 2 to 3 days. I'll get some of the first sprouts starting to come up. In the week, the majority of everything in here, outside maybe the pepper plants, they seem to take the longest out of most of what I grow, will be all sprouted up to some extent. So I'll bring you some updates on those as that occurs. You'll see me transplant these in the future. We'll get probably some bigger containers to put these in as they get larger. That's what we have for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Follow the channel if you want to see more of what we're doing here. And have a blessed day.